Alright, you know what I'm saying? So, hi, welcome back. It's me and my dog Raylan, you know what I'm saying? So, we are on the way to the airport. We're going to the Dominican Republic, La República Dominicana. Keys, you got any words to say? Anything? Okay. Bienvenidos a Santo Domingo.
Las mujeres con la sombrilla.
Saludo. My name is Ashton Brown, and I was being so extra I forgot to introduce myself. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Ashton Opinionated. Este verano fue a Santo Domingo en la República Dominicana, and I promise that's the last time I'm going to speak Spanish. I basically said this summer I went to the Dominican Republic. I went there to visit some family and have a semi-vacation. I recorded a video about it to show you some of my thoughts and observations from traveling to the city. I began this trip as a simple tourist, thinking with an American mindset, so of course I was thinking what you're thinking. The Dominican Republic is a scary place, it's so different from the US. Or it's a third world country, it's poor, it's destitute, it's not a nice place to go if you're not staying at a resort. And lastly, it's crime-ridden, it's not safe. People went to the country and died. This quick judgment was terrible on my part, and before this video begins, I'd like to apologize to every Dominican person that may watch this video. I apologize on behalf of myself and my fellow Americans for sensationalizing a stereotype that has not been fully researched, but more on that later. The first thing I noticed when I arrived in Santo Domingo is the amount of motorcycles in the street. My tia, which is Spanish for aunt, told me that some people bring their whole families, 2 parents and 2 children, all on one motorcycle. I've definitely seen it. I also noticed the beautiful water and the cliffs that my tios used to jump off of when they were kids. I noticed the booming and bustling of people walking on the streets, something always moving. The architecture was distinct, shack-looking houses, usually painted with bright, tropical colors like orange and green. When I arrived to my abuelita's house, she and my tia greeted each other with years of built-up smiles and love. They haven't seen each other in a while. The next thing I noticed about DR is that when one person talks, so is the entire room. They all talk over each other in their extremely rapid-fire Spanish. Either they're cracking jokes on each other, having an argument, or calling one of the kids muy bonito. This can even all happen at once. It amazed me to see that they didn't follow the American talk when it's your turn etiquette, which is something I've been reamed about all of my life. And what was more amazing was, it wasn't considered rude or disrespectful. It was just family conversing as such. And that goes just beyond blood family. Another thing to revere about DR, which really goes for most Latin American countries, is the fraternity and kinship among all its citizens. When someone walks past you on the sidewalk, they'll say, "Saludo," which is basically the Dominican version of "Howdy, how y'all doing?" which is something that's common for Texans. With our fast-paced consumerist mindsets, I think Americans have kind of lost that sense of camaraderie for our fellow human that makes us feel comfortable enough to walk up to a stranger and say hello. We got Old Town Road and La República Dominicana. Till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back. And we got Johnny Cage. Yeah. Riding on a horse. You can whip your Porsche. Aside from the obvious, like the amazing food, let it be known that Dominican people will feed you right. Blazing heat, beautiful beaches, and mesmerizing greenery, DR just has a certain vibe to it. An incredible country with incredible people. It also has a rich history as the first land colonized in the New World by Christopher Columbus. Of course, I wouldn't be doing my job as a documentarian if I only gushed about the good without acknowledging the bad. This past year, 10 American tourists, staying mostly in hotels, mostly in Punta Cana, have died due to various illnesses while staying in DR. While these deaths are sad and unfortunate, not all fault can be put on DR. And unfortunately, that's exactly what's happening. Americans are very quick to criminalize and demonize third world countries and label them dangerous and crime-ridden. While this is true sometimes, it's not right for people to use news headlines and unresearched gossip to judge an entire country. To be completely candid, most of these deaths aren't even what most Americans think they are. These deaths weren't murders, there isn't specific foul play involved. With all due respect to those that have passed, most of these deaths were tourists being slightly reckless in a foreign country. A common rule to follow when visiting another country is to only drink and eat what a local would drink and eat. You can drink the water, sodas, and alcohol in DR just as long as you're being cautious of what you're consuming. Of course, it's still unfortunate that these people have died, but not all blame can be put on this country. From what I've seen, the Dominican Republic is a sweet, culture-rich place where you can go to experience real urban living among people with substance. I thoroughly enjoyed my time in DR, and I can definitely see how the culture influenced me. Thank you so much for watching. Hasta luego. This is Ashton from Ashton Opinionated. Bye. So before I ended this video, I just wanted to let you guys know about a few weird things that go on in DR. So first, when they eat pizza, they put corn on pizza. So I definitely tried it, and I'm not even gonna lie, that thing was kind of good. And another weird thing, try not to get too grossed out, there's no running water. At least at my abuelita's house, there was no running water. So when you shower or take a bath or brush your teeth or anything, you have to fill a bucket with water from like a water fountain and use a cup and pour the cup of water, on your body or on your washcloth and wipe yourself down and then rinse yourself with the cup because there's no running water. So it definitely made me grateful and miss showers. Thanks again. Bye.